Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the GE Dishwasher Flood Switch Assembly. It's going to be a very easy repair and should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new Flood Switch Assembly. The Flood Switch Assembly tells the dishwasher when it has enough water. The main reason to be changing it out is if it's failed and the dishwasher is overfilling or not filling at all. In order to get to the part, we have to open up the dishwasher door. Now that we have the door open, we're going to reach in and pull the lower rack out. All you have to do is pull it all the way out, then lift it off and set it aside. Now that we have the dish rack out, we have access to the float assembly. It's over here in the left corner of the dishwasher in the front. We just have to take this cover off. It's just held down by some locking clips, so we're just going to carefully flex it so it breaks free. Once you have it free, you can pull it out, set it aside, along with the float. All you have to do is lift that off. Now that we have the float off, we can take the base off. We just have to unscrew it. A lot of times you can just do it by hand, but if it's too tight and you don't have a wrench that's big enough or that can fit on there, we're just going to take a large pair of pliers and break it free. Once you have it loose, you can just unscrew it counterclockwise by hand. Once you have it off, we can close the door. Now that we have the door closed, we can remove the access panel. We're going to use a 1/4-inch nut driver to take out the screws. Once you have both screws out, you can lift the access panel out and set it aside. Now that we have the access panel off, we're going to follow the red and yellow wire up to the actual switch assembly and just pull it down. You may have to wiggle it a little bit to get it to drop down. There's a little O-ring, make sure you don't lose that. Then we're going to turn the assembly and take off the wiring harness. To get the wiring harness connector off, there's a little locking tab. We're going to use a small flathead screwdriver to kind of release it and then reach around and pull the wiring harness off. Once you have it disconnected, you can pull the switch assembly off the dishwasher. Here's the old flood switch assembly next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. We do have to change the float mechanism from the old switch to the new one. We're going to use our Phillips screwdriver to take out the screws so we can swap it over. Once you have both screws out, you can separate the flood switch assembly from the float mechanism. Set the old switch aside, and you want to make sure you have the new switch set up the same way. And you can just lift it up into place and set it onto the float mechanism. Once you have them both together, we can use a Phillips screwdriver to put the screws in. Once you have it put together, we can put it into the dishwasher. To put the new flood switch assembly in, we're just going to reconnect the wiring harness. It can only go on one way. So just push it on so it locks and you get a good connection. Once you have the wire harness connected, we're just going to double check and make sure the O-ring didn't move. Then we can find the hole and lift the switch up into place. Once you have the switch in place, we're going to carefully open up the door. Make sure you don't squeeze your hand. We can put the nut on. We're just gonna get it hand tight. We can grab the large pliers and tighten it down so you get a good seal. Once you have the nut tightened down, we can put the float back on. All you have to do is set it on top carefully. Then we can put the protective cover on. All you have to do is carefully snap it into place. Once you have it on, we can put the lower rack back in. To put the lower rack back in, all you have to do is set it onto the rails and push it back into place. Once you have it all the way in, we can close the dishwasher door and we can put the access panel back on. To put the access panel back on, all you have to do is lift it up into place and line up the screw holes. And then we can use the 1/4-inch nut driver to put the screws in. Once you have the access panel back on, you can plug the dishwasher back in and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.